What's up, folks? Paul here. Another TTM Mail Day recap. 7 envelopes back over the past few days. Another great set of returns. Lots of variety again in this batch. We've got a couple from the entertainment industry, although one is related to hockey. A couple of original Pittsburgh Penguins in this. An international hockey legend also. So let's just get into it right now. Let's start with that international legend. It's not often you get successes coming back from the United Kingdom, but there you go. This took 42 days, and it is a 3 of 3 from the Scottish Wayne Gretzky. This is Tony Hand. There you go. The marker he used was not great, and as you can see, a lot of the autograph kind of got stuck to the back of the card there. He signed 3 things for me. He signed these 2 cards and then a Murrayfield Racers 4x6, which sort of came out, so I'll take it, definitely. Tony Hand, I mean, his stats are insane. If you look him up, you're not going to believe what you actually read. He scored an ungodly amount of goals in his career, which spanned from 1983 to 2015 in the British League. Was at a very young age put onto the roster of the Murrayfield Racers, which was a team in Edinburgh, Scotland, in the British Hockey League, and he just lit it up. He had a 52-goal season right off the bat, 72 goals, 79 goals. That's insane. 164 points twice in a row. He then got drafted by the Edmonton Oilers, who somehow found him in the late stages of the 1986 draft, invited him to training camp, and he made an impression on Glenn Sather, and Glenn Sather said, your best bet is to come over to North America, play Major Junior, and get used to the game here. And so he did. He went to the Victoria Cougars in the Western Hockey League. He had like 3 games and scored 8 points. And so he was primed for something special there, but what he decided was he was homesick, and so he returned to Edinburgh and just decided, you know what, North American thing's not for me. I'm just going to play at home. And play at home he did. 105 goals, 111 assists. He was putting more than Gretzky type numbers up. The stats are so insane here. I actually have to grab them. I mean, I got to check this out. Is this real? I think this is real, right? Anyways, he played for a long time. Edinburgh Racers, the Sheffield Steelers, the Ayr Scottish Eagles, which is where this card comes from. I just picked a couple of these I found online. And then this is an Elite League All-Star Game card from some year. I can't remember which. And yeah, he played throughout various teams in Scotland. Ended up on the Manchester Phoenix, which is a team he was a player coach for and ran that team until it had to fold, I guess. Now he is the director of his hometown Murrayfield Racers team that plays in the Scottish League. So this guy is an absolute international hockey legend, and it's a shame that more people don't know his story. So it was really cool to add him to my collection. I think it's just a cool set of things to have. If you send to him, maybe send a Sharpie. And then next up, we have another referee success in the batch that I've been sending out. 2 of 2 in 22 days from Bob Hodges. Right there. 2 of these cards coming from Ontario. He signed these nicely in pen up in the corner so his autograph could be visible there. Really nice, clean auto. And also a nice note here, basically thanking me for writing him and that him and his wife are staying safe. So a really nice note from him. He's an NHL linesman from 1972 to 98 and reffed about 1,800 games regular season and then 147 playoff games. Stanley Cup Finals 1982, 86, and 87. And then he had a few All-Star games, including the 97 All-Star game in San Jose. So very cool. It's always neat to get these back. In my last few videos, I've been getting back some guys from the movie Slapshot, and this next player is not actually a player in real life. He's just an actor. But this is Allan Nicholls, who played Johnny Upton of the Charlestown Chiefs. Sort of one of the more even keel players on that Charlestown team. When the Hanson brothers first stepped onto the ice, he shook his head and said, "These guys are a disgrace." Anyways, I got Allan Nicholls to sign through an address in Vermont, and took 2 weeks. So he signed this nicely. All the best to you. And he also, in my note to him, briefly said thank you there, which is pretty cool. So another great Slapshot success. Always great to get those back. All right, and now the next thing we have back, 2 original Pittsburgh Penguins, 2 members of the 1967 team. This first one was also a Seattle totem, so for me that's a kind of a cool plus. 41 days, 2 of 2, coming from Wetaskiwin, Alberta. It is Val Fonteyne. There's a 1969 right there. 1969 tops. I had to check to make sure it was tops instead of O-Pee-Chee. He signed that nicely. Best wishes there. And then I got him on a Seattle Totems, of course, a Seattle Totems custom index card. He played with them from 1955 till 59. And the Seattle Totems in the first couple seasons he played for them were known as the Seattle Americans. That's what that little guy is up there. So I wanted to put both logos on there. Very nice Hi Paul, all the best inscription there. And then he played for the Detroit Red Wings from 1959 to 63. Made the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years, but lost. Was also on the Rangers a couple seasons, back to the Wings for a couple seasons. And then he was part of that original Pittsburgh Penguins expansion era team. Played with them for a few years until 1972, and then finished with the WHA Oilers. Not only that, his grandson is former Everett Silvertip Matt Fonteyne, who recently played his junior career here in the area, and is part of the San Jose Barracuda. So I'm a big fan of Matt's. I watched Matt play here recently, and I already had a lot signed by him, but Val went above and beyond and actually got Matt to sign and include this Everett Silvertips team set card, which is super cool and very thoughtful. I didn't ask for anything like this, and it's just amazing that Val would do something this awesome. So I really appreciate the Fontaynes for going above and beyond. It's incredible. So thank you, Fontaynes. The next original Pittsburgh Penguin, this came back in literally 7 days from Arizona. This is former Red Wing and Penguin Billy D, or Dia, I think. I'm not sure how to say that, but Billy was a member of the Red Wings, so this is a Parkhurst Missing Link reprint from the mid-90s. These are cool cards to get signed. And he played with the Red Wings from 1956 till 58. He was also with the Rangers and Blackhawks a little bit, and then he had a hiatus from the NHL for quite a long time. He played for the Buffalo Bisons, the American Hockey League. This is the hockey team, not the baseball team. A bottle cap was their actual logo because of Pepsi sponsorship reasons. Won a Calder Cup, 1963 AHL champions. And then the 1967 expansion round that doubled the size of the league. He was also with Val Fonteyne on the Pittsburgh Penguins for a couple of years. So he signed that nicely there on the lower left. That was pretty much his career. He went back to Red Wings for a couple of years. So another nice success from the expansion era of the NHL, the original expansion era. This guy is borderline Hall of Famer. Toronto Maple Leaf legend. Absolute legend if you're a Leaf fan. Bobby Baun. And look how amazing that autograph is. He took his time signing that. You can see there. Signed it just neatly. This is one of the reasons I enjoy sending to players from this era. Their autographs are mint. And they really take pride in how their signature looks. Bobby Baun was a member of the 1962 through 64 Stanley Cup champions, 3-time there, and then 67, which sadly the last Stanley Cup Toronto has ever won. Now I'm recording this just after the Leafs lost out on the Lafreniere lottery, so again, sorry. He played for the Leafs from 1956 to 67, and he won 4 Stanley Cups with them. 1962, 1963. There was the 1964 Stanley Cup where he scored a very heroic goal in Game 6 of the finals against Detroit. In that game, he fractured his ankle and then came back later and scored the game-winning goal in overtime, which is something that only a hockey player could do. Seriously, that's insane. And then the Leafs would go on and win the cup in the next game, the Game 7. And then he was picked up by the Oakland Seals in the expansion draft, ended up in Oakland. And so that's where my Seals collection is added to with this 1968. What is this? O-Pee-Chee or Topps? 1968 Topps there. Again, signed really nicely. One of the nicest autographs I've ever seen of a hockey player. This card shows him on the Seals, but with a Detroit logo, because in 1968 he went to the Red Wings for a couple of years. And then he retired as a Leaf. So, again, an amazing signature, an amazing return from Bobby Baun. All right, and the last success, this is totally not hockey success, but I'm a huge fan of Jeopardy, and Alex Trebek is a good signer through the mail, and I figured, I haven't really sent too many celebrity-type autographs out, and after I saw that he signs pretty reliably through the mail, I sent him a couple 4x6s and a book plate for his upcoming book, and what I did there was I just cut a piece of sticker label paper down to the size of what would fit in a book plate. So he signed that nicely. And then I sent him an individual 4x6, which he signed there for Paul All the Best, Alex Trebek. Very cool. And then this one shows the greatest of all time. So you've got Ken Jennings, Brad Rutter, and James Holzhauer next to Alex Trebek. 3 Millionaires and Me. It's a kind of a neat inscription. I will probably get Ken Jennings to sign this. He's local here to Seattle, either through mail or I'll wait until things kind of get back to normal here again, and I might see him around. This is a great success from Alex Trebek, and once I get his book, I will definitely stick this in there and post an update. So yeah, unbelievable haul this week, and I've sent a ton more stuff out over the last week or so. Hoping to have more great stuff coming back. So that's all I got for this week. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.